So this is going to be about politics and our prime ministers. But before then, please donate, keep us on the air. Because even though Canada is about to get a new prime minister in a few weeks, they'll still be paying the mainstream news. They don't pay us. We don't want it. We don't want to be influenced by Ottawa and the thought police that go along with the payments to places like the Toronto Star, CBC, CTV. So Canada's about to get a new prime minister unless Mr. Trudeau changes his mind in the next few weeks and says, Canada needs me. I'm going to stay on for a while longer. Possibly, probably not the case. So we're going to have somebody picked by members of the Liberal Party who may not be citizens. They may not be in Canada. They certainly haven't been members for long. We could have a prime minister picked by citizens of China, India, other countries. That's the first problem. The second problem is we have a number of candidates going along, and it's the height of hypocrisy. Canada has not been governed well, as viewers of the station know, for the last few years. Let's look at the candidates, the front-runner candidates. We have Ms. Gould, House Leader. She has been standing up in the House screaming at the opposition, defending the government policies. Now she is saying, oh, but I've changed my mind. And some of those policies, like the carbon tax, like capital gains tax, I disagree with that. The hypocrisy of supporting it for years, now saying, oh, we don't like it anymore. And then we have Ms. Freeland, Deputy Prime Minister, until she and Mr. Trudeau fell out. He was saying how close they were for 9 years. She was the Minister of Finance. She stood up in the House time after time after time, said, I agree with the carbon tax. It's the best thing ever. I agree with the capital gains tax. I agree with all the moves this government's making. And now she's saying, as she wants to run for Prime Minister, I'm changing my mind. Again, what a hypocrite after all those years. And now they're saying they want to be Prime Minister, but they're going to have all new policies because they know that what this government's been doing is terrible. And now we have Mark Carney. He is, no question, an accomplished man. He has never been elected to anything, not even dog catcher. He has been one of the best green proponents in the world for the UN. He said a year ago, he said, this government is one of the best governments Canada's ever had. I agree with everything they're doing. Now, he's equivocating a little bit, but some people are saying, are you going to put in a new carbon tax? We're going to figure out something that's going to be good for the environment and good for you. He's not going to tell us yet. He is saying he is the ultimate outsider. And yet, a year ago, the Prime Minister appointed him to be the economic advisor to the Prime Minister through the Liberal Party, so he didn't have to go through any conflict checks, because he also was on the board of many, many, many big corporations, and he was getting banks in to say, don't lend to anybody that uses oil and gas. He's changing his tune. Again, the hypocrisy of this race is disgraceful. And we are going to have this Prime Minister in place. The best thing that could happen to Canada, call back Parliament, be a democracy, defeat the government, and have an election. Because the people of Canada need to have a say in how their government is being run. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.